Hello, my name is Paula Arechiga. The service learning course I'm enrolled in is Civic and Community Engagement 490 Capstone, required of the minor, and my professor is Jessica Beatty. My project is titled The Power of Civic Engagement and is a hybrid workshop/presentation. I was tasked with the project to create and present this as a voter education resource for the League of Women Voters of Greater Los Angeles. My goal in facilitating this workshop/presentation is to highlight the connections across our history for the struggle of voting rights, social issues, and policies. I use multimedia to engage my participants in what is often considered tedious lessons about the importance of voting. Within my project, I rely on counter-hegemonic storytelling to connect with participants. I begin by introducing the main points that I'll be covering. I then start by asking a question to engage my participants. This question is, what are your feelings and thoughts about politics and the voting process in general? And this question is to provide a space for people to share whatever they want. There is no right or wrong answer, just what is. I use this to learn and listen, to listen and to learn. The next section, A Brief History of Voting Rights, covers three areas: who is eligible to vote, why the progress wasn't inevitable, and how the fight continues. Within this section, the concept of power is explored, and here's where I weave in counter-hegemonic storytelling by highlighting figures that aren't regularly taught in schools or popular history. A key example is by illuminating the stories of Native, Latina, and Asian women in the suffragist movement. I then broadly mention the movements that expanded the civil rights, which included the civil rights movement, as well as the East LA blowouts. In the next section, I connect the two, the history and the present, with the question, what are some social issues that you care about? In this section, this provides a space for participants to reflect on their experiences and the information they've just heard. I'm always curious to experience what people share. We then move on to the beginning of how our government works, with a specific focus on local government, state, city, and county. I then provide resources on how they can become more civically engaged and ask them how they plan to get involved after learning more. I also provide them information on how they can become more informed about upcoming elections. And then I conclude with providing a way for them to get civically involved with an organization such as the League through their free college membership. And I thank them for their time. I'm really proud of this project because I don't consider myself a political expert by any means. I'm just a young adult who's curious and frustrated at where we're at as a society. And through the experience of creating and presenting this, I've gotten confirmation that this connects with college students because the storytelling I've interwoven helps us see ourselves and how we're agents of change. Thank you so much for your consideration.